What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So everybody keeps sending me this report as an explanation or some sort of excuse as to why under former unified 3-belt welterweight world champion superstar boxer, who is widely considered by many at the time to be top 5 pound for pound best fighters in the world, and Errol the True Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. held the WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion superstar titles. The title of being a superstar, the 3 belts. He's now 28 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 22 big wins by way of knockout, right? He is 33 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. He took on the biggest challenge of his career, the biggest fight of his career. July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, as he faced off against undefeated, now 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the reigning undisputed welterweight world champion, superstar boxer who is widely acknowledged as the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, in Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Crawford is 40 wins, no losses, no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout. He is 35 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. The fight was the most highly anticipated fight, for the last 10 years, the last decade. It was seen to be the most 50-50 fight, if there ever were one, in the last 40 years, as you couldn't decipher who was going to be the victor. Nobody could truly pick. Now there's some people, some former fighters, former world champions, boxing pundits that pick correctly, but nobody was 100% confident in their pick being successful. Nobody. And so it was a 50-50 fight. And the fight turned out not to be that. Turned out not to be competitive. Turns out that Terrence Crawford dominated the fight. Terrence Crawford dropped Errol Spence in the 2nd round, dropped him twice in the 7th round, then stopped him in the 9th round, right? So, dominating performance, beautiful performance by Terrence Crawford. And people just can't accept that the fight played out the way it played out. Just can't accept it. And so, now this report came out. I don't know where it came from, because Errol Spence has made 0 excuses. 0. Zilch. None. Errol Spence has not made a single excuse as to why he lost. All Errol Spence is focusing on is getting his get back. And now this new report came out that Errol Spence weighed 190 pounds. This doesn't help Errol Spence. Doesn't make him look good. But new report came out, Errol Spence was 190 pounds going into this fight. He had to lose 53 pounds to get down to 147. So he was weight drained. That's why you didn't see the Errol Spence you're accustomed to seeing, because he was weight drained, because he came all the way down from 190 to 147 pounds. Now, Errol Spence was inactive. He fought April 16th, Arlington, Texas, AT&T, Dallas Cowboys Stadium, 2022, when he faced off against former WBA welterweight world champion star boxer Yordenis Ugas. He broke Yordenis Ugas down, broke his ribs, nose, and orbital bone en route to a 10th round victory and unification bout. Errol Spence didn't fight until July 29th. So Errol Spence was out the ring. for 15 months. He was out the ring for 15 months before fighting Terrence Crawford. And so with that said, right, people are saying he sat and waited around for Terrence Crawford. He ballooned up in weight. And that's why Errol Spence wasn't the same guy, because he had to cut 53 pounds. And 53 pounds of muscle. That's what everybody's saying now. Well, at least that's what a ton of people are saying, and a ton of people are sending me this information. Errol Spence had to cut 53 pounds of muscle. That's why he didn't look like himself in the fight with Terrence Crawford. There's the reason and explanation. First, we had the doctor that was featured on one of these channels, and the doctor stated that he witnessed that Errol Spence had neurologic issues, and that after suffering that car accident, this was the lingering effects. He simply wasn't himself, and that's a huge reason as to why Errol Spence's balance was off, and he was getting dropped by Terrence Crawford's jab. This is what the reports was, and everybody grasped to that. They latched on, and they said this is the reason why Errol Spence didn't look like himself. Everybody needs a rhyme and reason, explanation, and excuse why Errol Spence don't look like himself in this fight. Everything other than Terrence Crawford was just that great. People are coming with anything other than Terrence Crawford was just that great. And the reason Errol Spence didn't look like his normal self when he fought Danny Garcia and Yordenis Ugas is because Errol Spence was in there with Terrence Crawford. So I'm hearing now that Errol Spence, I've heard this before as well, and maybe it's true. I'm not saying it's not. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. But I'm hearing that Errol Spence suffered a major rib injury in sparring, couldn't spar ahead of the fight, and that's why he didn't look like himself. So now he injured his rib in sparring. That's why he didn't look like himself. And then I heard he injured his rib in sparring, wasn't able to do strength and condition, wasn't able to stay in shape, and that's why he ballooned up to 190 pounds. Again, the shock of how this fight played out, the dominant performance in the manner of which Errol Spence dominated this fight, has shell-shocked the boxing community, the boxing world. And the boxing world just simply can't accept what took place, what they were privy to, what they witnessed. They can't accept it. They can't accept what they witnessed, and they refuse to accept that this 50-50 fight, and the fight they've expected, Errol Spence was a natural southpaw, big, strong guy, fundamentally sound. They expected Errol Spence to roll over the smaller, what was seen to be the smaller guy. Terrence Crawford started his career at 130, won the titles at 135, 140, and 147. He's naturally the smaller guy. And there's no way Terrence Crawford could be stronger than Errol Spence. He could be this dominant. He can't be. So I'm hearing everything from Terrence Crawford was on PEDs allegedly. Terrence Crawford one person told me he had egg weights in his gloves. Another one said that Terrence Crawford, was avoiding random style testing. Now it's Errol Spence had this rib injury and he couldn't train, and so he ballooned up to 190 pounds, had to cut 53 pounds of muscle, and that's why Errol Spence could not perform the manner in which we are accustomed to see him perform. So now everybody's saying, well, the rematch is expected to take place at 154, junior middleweight. So now the rematch is expected to take place at 154. Everybody's saying, well, that extra 7 pounds is going to be a cushion for Errol Spence. He's going to be a better fighter, stronger fighter. and he's going to get his get back. Okay. You do know, if he had to lose 53 pounds of muscle to get to 47, and so everybody's saying he don't have to cut that much weight. That's only 7 pounds off the 53 pounds. That means he still would have had to lose 46 pounds to get to 154. That means he would have still had to lose 46 pounds to get to 154. 46 pounds of muscle is going to hinder his performance, regardless if it's at 47 or 54, period. So now we're going to find out. Now, Steven Espinosa, Showtime president of sports, recently came out and stated that he don't see the rematch taking place this year. Late next year, early this year, early next year, late next year, if it happens. If it even happens, is what Steven Espinosa said. If it happens, it'll be late next year, early next year, at best, but definitely not this year. So we got to see how it unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all, man. It's unfortunate for Terrence Crawford that it's all unfolding in the manner in which it's unfolding in his victory. I know he's not showing and not caring about the excuses and things he's hearing, but the fact is, it's happening. I know he hears it. I know he sees it, and it's very unfortunate because it's a watering down his victory, but it's also motivating him in the rematch. So you're going to see an even better version of Terrence Crawford in the rematch. So let's see how it unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like your shady videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.